Highway to Hell is not just a song. It's an anthem, a rebellious, electrifying, unforgettable track that defined an era of rock and roll. But do you know the real story behind this classic? What inspired the lyrics? Why did it spark controversy? And how did it change AC/DC forever? Today, we're diving deep into the untold history of Highway to Hell, from its creation, meaning, and impact to the tragic event that made it even more legendary. Let's get started. It's the late 1970s. AC/DC, a wild and unapologetic rock band from Australia, is on the rise. With Bon Scott's raw, powerful voice and Angus Young's electrifying guitar solos, they become a force to be reckoned with in the hard rock scene. By 1979, they had already released 5 studio albums, but they were still struggling to break into the American market. They needed something big, something that would make the world take notice. That's when they recorded Highway to Hell. The song wasn't just a title track, it was a statement. A loud, rebellious, and unstoppable force that would take AC/DC from being an underground sensation to global rock legends. The lyrics of Highway to Hell came straight from the pen of AC/DC's frontman, Bon Scott. But what was he really singing about? Many people thought the song had a satanic message, but the truth is far from that. In reality, Bon Scott was talking about the grueling life of a touring rock band, the endless highways, the sleepless nights, and the wild, chaotic lifestyle that felt like a never-ending ride straight to hell. In an interview, Bon Scott once said, "This song is not about the devil. It's about life on the road. No rules, no stop signs, just pure rock and roll." Let's break down some of the most iconic lines. Living easy, loving free. This captures a no limits, no rules philosophy of rock stars in the 70s. No stop signs, speed limit. A perfect metaphor for life on the road. Constantly moving, no slowing down. Hey Satan, paid my dues. The most controversial line. But Bon wasn't selling his soul. He was simply saying he had worked hard, struggled, and earned his place in rock history. Of course, the lyrics are only part of the magic. The song's sound is what makes it legendary. And for that, we have to talk about producer Mutt Lange. Before working with AC/DC, Lange wasn't a household name, but with Highway to Hell, he changed the game. He cleaned up the band's raw energy just enough to make them radio-friendly, while still keeping their signature power and grit. And then there's a guitar riff. That unforgettable opening riff played by Angus Young on his Gibson SG. Simple, yet so effective. It's a kind of riff that, the moment you hear it, you know exactly what song it is. Angus once said, "I was at a hotel late at night, picked up my guitar, and played a few chords. The riff just came out. It was natural." Not everyone was happy about Highway to Hell. In America, especially in religious communities, the song was accused of promoting devil worship. Some radio stations even banned it. There were record burnings, protests, and a lot of angry parents. But AC/DC never cared about the criticism. Bassist Cliff Williams later said, "People misunderstood us. This song is about living life to the fullest." And ironically, the controversy only made the song even more famous. Just months after the release of Highway to Hell, tragedy struck. On February 19, 1980, Bon Scott was found unconscious in a friend's car in London. He was later pronounced dead. The official cause? Acute alcohol poisoning leading to asphyxiation. The rock world was in shock. Fans wondered, was this the end of AC/DC? The band had a choice, give up or move forward in Bon's memory. They chose the latter. After a search for a new vocalist, they found Brian Johnson. And just a few months later, they released Back in Black, which became one of the best-selling rock albums of all time. But even with their new success, Highway to Hell remained a defining song. A tribute to Bon Scott, a symbol of rebellion, and a track that would live on forever. Over the years, Highway to Hell has appeared in countless movies, TV shows, and commercials. Some of the most famous include Iron Man 2, perfectly capturing Tony Stark's reckless attitude. Supernatural, a fitting soundtrack for the show's demon hunting themes. The Dirt, featured in the biopic of Motley Crue, bringing back the wild rock energy of the 80s. It's also been covered by major artists like Bruce Springsteen and even punk bands like Green Day, proving its influence across generations and genres. So, Why does Highway to Hell still resonate today? It's simple. It embodies freedom, rebellion, and the spirit of rock and roll. It's a song that can make an entire stadium scream in unison, fists in the air, feeling that electrifying energy. Bon Scott may be gone, but his voice, his lyrics, and his legacy live on in Highway to Hell. As he once said in 1979, "If life is a highway, I'm speeding down the hell road without any speed limit." And honestly, isn't that the essence of rock and roll? If you enjoyed this deep dive into AC/DC's Highway to Hell, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more legendary rock stories. What's your favorite AC/DC song? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep rocking.